All right, how y'all doing up there? Hey, what you looking at over here? You're looking at the rear fender, okay, where the trunk line meets. This is our rear fender line here. And we're getting ready to install some flush mount LED lights. They're really nice to have. They're pretty jazzy, they're pretty cool, and they work really well. If you own a street rod and you got a lot of money in it, I would invest in LED flush mount lights due to the fact that they're super bright and you can see them 3 blocks away. And you won't have to worry about people running over you. That is the LED lens, okay? Now, if you notice, that's made of very, very thick plastic. Okay, look at it right here. You can see how thick that is. And the reason that is, the reason they make them that thick is because when you get a contour like this or a contour like this and it doesn't fit exactly flush, okay, you'll be able to line that, you'll be able to find your points, you know, the lowest points. The rest will stick out and then you can sand it all down and mold it to your curve there. But what we're going to do is we're going to measure this out precisely, okay, for the reason that we have to have them both the same on both sides, okay? So the first thing I do is I go ahead and I draw me a line in here right in the very center valley, see? Okay, and you can do this. This ain't just for a 41 Willys. This could be for basically any car you're working on. I mean, it doesn't have to be for a Willys. So I find my point right here, okay, where everything meets together. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come out. Now I'm just actually, I don't know, you know, where these are gonna end. I'm just actually just doing it, okay? So I'm gonna come out probably, I'm thinking it would probably look good in the 5 or 6 inch range. Basically, so we're gonna go 5.5, okay? That would look really nice, I like that. All right, then I'm gonna take my, motherfucker. I'm gonna take my T-square. I'm gonna kind of get that leveled up in there. See, I'm just gonna draw a straight line, okay, just to get it going. But we don't know if that's where it's gonna end up or not. But that's where it's. So we got our straight line coming across, and I'm gonna do the same over there. See. So I'm gonna write all these down so I know where we're at, because I usually go back and forth, but. Okay, so that's 5.5 inches right there, okay? Then we're gonna come up from the fender, see? We're gonna come just like this. Now we're gonna square it in there. So that's 12 inches, okay? That doesn't mean that's gonna be 12 inches because the curve isn't exactly the same, okay? Now, let's say that that's 13 inches and we want 13 inches up here. Do you see what I'm saying? Look at the difference here, okay? So that's 12 inches, okay? And that's 5 inches. I'm gonna go ahead and make a line right here. That ain't where our tail light's gonna go, but that's where. And I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it. Now you can use tape as well, okay? And I'll show you that in a minute. But you can use actually tape to make your line square if you want. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find me, okay, the center point of this trunk. So I'm gonna go from that point to that point. That's 36 1/4. I'm gonna go 36 is 18. Yeah, it's 36 3/4. So it'd be 18 3/8. A lot of this really has to do with eyeballing, okay? It's just actually using your common sense and eyeballing it out, okay? You know, it ain't gonna be, if you want it exactly precisely right, get out all your measuring tools and measure it precisely. But basically, most of it is gonna be eyeballing it out. So I got 12 inches here. Now to find our center point of our light. Okay, this is how we're gonna do it. Okay, we're gonna take our tape. We're gonna go ahead, go straight down. See? Now, we're probably looking at ourselves saying, where would that tail light look good at? Where? I don't know, but we're gonna find out. So I take my tail light and I say that's a pretty good spot right there, but it's kind of a. And I really actually like it up a little higher than way down low. So you know what I'm gonna do? That's too high. we're gonna go ahead and put it about right there. You see what I'm saying? Okay. All right, once you get the tape where you want it, after you find your 5 inches and you bring your line down, you see what I'm saying? What you're gonna do, okay, let me get the camera moved around where you can see that just a little bit better. Okay, there you go. Is that better? Yeah. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take your lens and you're gonna find the center point, see? So this is a 4-inch lens, so I'm gonna go 2 inches. Now I just described it with my pen. I can see the mark, you can't. Okay? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead get that right in the center, just like that. Now does everybody know where I'm gonna go with that? Because that's fucking crooked, I don't like it, see? I have to go ahead, there we go, right there. You look at the prismatics inside it, you can see the center, okay. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip it over, okay? You see there, you see it right there. If you flip it over, you can see the tape through it. And what I'm gonna do to find the center is I'm gonna line my 2 pieces of tape up. Okay? Now I think they'd probably look good in that area right there. That's where I'm thinking I'm gonna put them. I actually like it up here where the top of it is lined up with that point. So let's go ahead and just do that. That'd make it easy for us, and they should look pretty nice right there. And there's my phone ringing again, and it might be a clown today. We don't know. We won't answer our phone yet because my hands are full, you see. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna okay, there's our circle, if you can see it. I'm gonna go ahead and so after I draw that out, see, I'm gonna go ahead and take my drill, just like so. I'm gonna cut that pattern out. Now, if you want to, you can go out and get a 4-inch hole saw and do it that way, okay? I'm showing you how to do it without hole saws and how to do it manually, just in case you don't have a hole saw. So we take it like this, see, and we go ahead and mark it off, and I see that I'm gonna have to do some trimming up, okay? So I put my, I go ahead and line up my tape mark again, and I find the spots that it's on this side over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and trace that out again. And most of the time when you're doing this, it's just minor adjustments. I'm showing you this way because if you mess up, I'm showing you it's no big deal, okay? These are very, very easy to put in. And so what I'm gonna do to speed things up, I'm gonna take my burring tool, like I said, you can use a hole saw on this, and that's usually what I do. I'm doing it this way to show you that you don't need to use a hole saw, and that you need to use your imagination. If you don't have a hole saw and you can't afford to go buy a 4-inch hole saw, those are pretty expensive. Other options of mounting these, okay? It's pretty much basically using your brain and doing the fucking job. Now, I went around the inside and I grinded it down, let's see. And yes, that does fit in there, okay? And as you see, it's gonna fit in there just pretty much just right. Now, I don't know if you can see this or not, but the lens actually is not thick enough. So what I will have to do with this, and it's a very, very time-consuming, filthy, messy job, is I will have to go on the inside and take my die grinder tool, and I will have to grind out. So this, because this stuff is almost as thick as the fiberglass here is almost as thick as the lens itself.